Alright, can y'all hear me? I hope so. I hope. Alright, can y'all hear me? I hope so. I hope. Alright, thank you. Alright. So now that everything seems to be working, we seem to be good. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. As you can see, we are back on Doki Literature Club, which I know what you're thinking. Why are we back? I thought the game is over. We played the original walkthrough. We had 2 episodes of that. Sure, they were like 4 or 5 hours, but we completed that. And then we completed the side stories, 2 more parts of that. So what more is there to get? Well, I'm glad that there's more to it because I really like this game. I really like to stream this game. So there's one more thing to get. And the one thing to get is, as you can see in the title, the good ending. Right? So there's a good ending. The ending that we got where it's like, oh, just Monica. Monica's in like the space interrogation with like the hell, space stuff in the background. And it's, just Monica. Sayori becomes the new president after everyone dies. Everyone gets deleted. All that stuff that happens. There's another ending in this game. Right? There's another ending. So we're going to do that. We're going to unlock the ending. And then we'll see where things go from there. But I'm also glad that we get to stream because, once again, knowing that there's another ending means there's another excuse to go back into this world, go back in this game, which, great. So, new game, we reset everything. Alright, let's go. Back in Doki. Alright, we're gonna skip everything because otherwise we'll be here for like 10 hours. And I know what you need to do to get the good ending, right? I know what you need to do. So instead of reading everything, we need to skip everything. The good ending starts when we get to the poem minigames. So we skip all this. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome. I'm joining the Literature Club. Sayori, Natsuki, Monica. Just Monica. Alright. So now, the good ending route starts. So we need to save right here, because this is very, very important. So how you get the good ending, I looked this up. So how you get the good ending is for this poem minigame, I have to go through this 3 separate times before I can complete the game. The first time I have to do it with Sayori, and then I either have to do it with Natsuki or Yuri, one of the two, and then whichever one I didn't do for the second run through, whether it's Natsuki or Yuri, I have to do that for a 3rd time. So what you have to do is you have to combine as much of the 20 words that we get for each of the poems. There's 3 of them total for each character. Of the 20 words, as much as I can, get them to be as close to 20 as possible for a certain character. So for this run through, for the first 3 poems, it has to be designed for Sayori. So for 50 words total, every single word I have to pick has to be designed for Sayori. Alright? So some words for Sayori, for instance, are daydream, flying, sing, embrace, childhood because they're a childhood friend, amazing, smile, promise, beauty and lucky, that's both of them. Could have done either one. Pain, world shall know pain, heart, loud, and holiday. What other ones are there? Joy, treasure, bliss, tragedy, wonderful, broken, grief. Alright, there we go. So we got all 20 for Sayori for the first run through, first poem. So we have to do that 2 more times for Sayori. And then the reason why we saved that is because after we do the 3 for Sayori, before she hangs herself, we have to load back that save file and then go back and do it all over again, but do it with another character, go back and continue to do the poems until we get to Sayori killing herself. Then right before she does it, we have to load back one final time and do it with the other final character. Then once we do it all three, then we select Sayori kill herself, the game resumes as normal with the glitchy mess, the horror game that we all know it as, and then we get the Just Monica ending. And if we do it correctly, if we do it right, if we get enough words in the poem minigames for all three characters, we should get the secret good ending. And something's happened. So we're on the Sayori route first. And another thing we have to do, not only do we have to do the poems, but anytime we have a choice, whether it's, oh, I choose to go on a date with this person, or I have to, show a poem to this person, whichever character I'm doing for this route, I have to choose them first. So since I'm going the Sayori route first, I have to choose Sayori for anything. And then when I do Natsuki's route, I have to choose them for a route, anytime. And then Yuri, whenever I'm doing the Yuri route, I have to choose them. If I don't, I mess it up. I have to do it again. So it gets complicated and it's very easy to mess up. And then Just Monica, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter if you choose Yuri, then Natsuki, if you're doing a Sayori route, doesn't matter. So since they're fighting, I have to do Help Me Sayori, since I'm going the Sayori route. Alright, now we're back to the second one, so I have to do this one more time. So what words go with Sayori? Not you. Loud. Suicide is Yuri. Tenacious variants, those are all Yuri. Melody, Shining, That Gown. Giggle, Sensation. These are all Yuri, right? Because Melody, I don't think is Sayori. Yeah, that's Natsuki. Huh. Clouds. Okay. Interesting. Because I don't think Sensation is Sayori, from what I remember. No, it's not. So, already we're unlucky. The first two, none of them occurred to them, because Giggle is Natsuki, 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 Yuri, Yuri, Yuri. None of them work. Alright, Fear. We finally got one for Sayori. Sayori, Sayori. Alright, get back to the Sayori route. Because we can't mess up. Rose, Nature, Beauty, Peaceful, Rain Cloud, Rainbow. I want to say is also Sayori. Yes. Because once it's very easy to forget which words go for which character, because each character has like 60, 70 words attached to each character. And not only that, but some of them are very similar. Like for instance, Rain Cloud will go for Sayori, but Raindrops goes for Yuri. There's Dream, which is Natsuki, but Daydream is for Sayori. So it's very easy to, mix and match and forget stuff. Defeat, Sane, Bliss. See, look, there was Dream, which would have been Natsuki. We need Daydream for going Sayori. Pain, and then Memories. Alright, that's 2 down. Skip. So you got hit in the head with the cookie, and then they also get hit in the head again with the wall. Or I guess the door. And just so you know, that is apple juice, that is not Jack Daniel's whiskey. Alright, Sayori, showing the poem. Natsuki. Yuri. And Just Monica. There's a lot of talking. So once again, thank God that there is a skip feature, because otherwise this would take so much longer. So since I'm going to Sayori route, I have to choose Sayori for this. Alright, we have to do this one more time for Sayori before we swap over. Broken, Flying, Together, Fireflies, fun, cheer. A lot of the ones for these characters I remember, like fireworks is for Sayori. So I kind of remember like, okay, that word is for this character, for instance. So it's kind of great to remember, because that helps with this. Bliss, holiday, fear, forgive, love, dream, that's not them. We need daydream. Jumpy, whirlwind. I don't think that's them. Whirlwind is Yuri. Disaster. I want to say that's Yuri. Anxiety is Yuri. Shopping is Natsuki. Anger is Natsuki. Clouds is Natsuki. Dream is Natsuki. Because, once again, Daydream is for Sayori. Parfait is Natsuki, and Heavenspin is Yuri. So we can't get any of them. Sweet. Bed. Friends. Okay. Should have done pretty good. Unfortunately, we couldn't get 20 on any of them, but we got, what, like 19? So we should still be en route to the good ending. Right. We got the majority of them for the one character. So now we jump into Yuri next. We pick Sayori. We pick Monica, which the reason why I picked Monica is because, well, first of all, they don't allow you to pick Monica no matter what you do in this game. But the reason why I picked Monica is because I don't know if it counts or not, but I think it still counts towards Sayori because, well, Sayori and Monica spend the weekend together. So just to be consistent and to choose Sayori as much as possible, let's pick Sayori. So let me pause for a second. So what we do before we start the Yuri route and do the same thing again is we have to wait until after the I love you confession. Then after that, we load back the old save and then we do it all over again. So they tell us about their depression. And then we have the date. And then after the confession is when we load the game back to the old save file. Then we do it again with Yuri. And then we do this one final time with Natsuki of what we're doing. So I love you, since we're going Sayori's route. And then once it's next day, we load back. Are you sure you want to save? Yes. Alright, we're now back to square one with this. So now we go the Yuri route. So imagination, fester, I think misery is them. No, it's not. Oh, misery, Sayori. Broken is Sayori, Sayori, Sayori. Unending. Despise. Raindrops is Yuri. Waterfall, I think, is Natsuki. Yeah. Journey, I think, is Yuri? Yeah. Infinite. Vibrant. Disarray. Secretive. Infallible. Landscape. Fear. Philosophy. Graveyard. Cage. Afterimage. What, you would think Heartbeat would be good for Yuri because, well, they reference their heart beating non-stop in the game when you give them chocolate and stuff and how they become obsessive. But no, I think that's for Natsuki for some reason. Explode, which Yuri has a very explosive personality, so makes sense. Uncanny, I think, is the best one for Yuri. Yep. Fantasy is Natsuki, vivid, unstable, disoriented, determination, analysis. Yeah, Yuri's a very analysis, analytical type of person. Very smart and intelligent. Alright, so one down. And we got all 20. So we're doing great when it comes to this. Alright, now we pick Yuri, since we're going their route. So we always pick Yuri first, no matter what we're doing. And then after this, it doesn't matter who we pick next. We just have to pick Yuri in every chance we get to continue the good ending route. So now they're fighting Yuri. Stand up for you. And then next time, we're going to stand up for Natsuki. Alright, here we go. Whirlwind. Variance. Existence. Vertigo. Anyone should be death, for being honest. If you've ever played this game, you know what happens. Anything death related should go for all three of them. Universe. Journey. I was like, which one works for her? Explode. Destiny. Misfortune? I think Misfortune works, because that's the best one I can think of. No, Misfortune doesn't work for her. So, this... which one works? None of them. Because Hop is Natsuki, Sayori, Natsuki, Natsuki, Sayori, Natsuki, Sayori, Sayori, I don't know, and Sayori. I guess I will Sayori, I guess. Essence, uncontrollable, unending, uncanny, judgment, anxiety, frightening, precious, vibrant, crimson, analysis, electricity, contamination, unrequited, electricity. Once again, another word that makes no sense. Why is Yuri connected to the word electricity? No idea, but they just are. All right, one more poem for Yuri. And we shove the chocolate in their mouth without any consent. All right, Yuri. Sayori next. Might as well just go down that list in order. Natsuki, and then Monica. Natsuki hates us because, well, the poem's the exact opposite of Natsuki. Natsuki likes short, sweet things, and, well, Yuri's very dark, depressing, very intelligent. I would walk on with Yuri, since we're going the Yuri route. Alright. Tenacious, Fester, Landscape, Contamination, Heaven Sent, Agonizing Pain, Portrait of Markov, Despise, Judgment, Afterimage, Lust. I would say Doki Doki for the game, but that is Natsuki. Hopefully we're able to get that at some point. Whirlwind is her, right? I know Ambient is her. Yeah. Vitality. Disoriented. Embrace is Sayori. Climax, Variance. Forgive, Anime, Passion, Nightgown, Jumpy. Nightgown is Natsuki. All these are Natsuki. Passion is Sayori. Alone is Sayori. Melody is, I think, Natsuki. I haven't guided Natsuki because once again, there are 80 words each, so it's easier to forget. Marshmallow is Natsuki, Natsuki, Natsuki. I mean, Forgive is Sayori. That one's fine. Anxiety, Intellectual, Incongruent, Desire. Should be them. Desire. Perfect. Alright, so that is Yuri done. So now we skip one more time, then we go back, and then we do Natsuki. And then we play the game as normal for the good ending. Sayori, just be consistent. Natsuki, goodbye, and Monica. Alright, so now we just skip all through this. We go on the date with Yuri. And then we do Natsuki's route to finish it off. Tell us about your depression, Sayori, even though you and I are best friends, childhood friends, and you hid that away from me. but I'm not gonna blame you. This gets very weird. If you ever play this game, you know what happens in the Yuri date. It gets very awkward, very weird. You'll always be my dearest friend because they're going the Yuri route. The only time we say I love you is if we're going the Sayori route. So, dearest friend, this crushes her. Alright, load one final time. And now we don't have to go back to this save file anymore. We can play the game as normal. We can let Sayori die. Everything goes as normal. We just have to do Natsuki now. So, fantasy, games, cheeks, kiss, anime, Doki Doki. I wish there was a hidden Easter egg when you click that, but unfortunately not. Twirl. Charm? No. Landscape is Yuri, Sayori, Sayori, Yuri, Sayori, Yuri, Yuri, Sayori. Charm is Sayori, Sayori. Great. Ribbon, Boop. They like a lot of these short, fun words like kitty and Boop. Mouse. Clouds. Sugar, because they also bake. So anything baking and food related is also going to be for them. Candy. Bunny or Poof. Let's go Poof. Because I think we went... Did we go Boop earlier? I don't think we did, but I know that isn't a word for her. Jumpy. Sticky, Socks, Kawaii. What's in the one for? Frightening, Comfort, Eternity, Insight, Ocean, Heaven's Existence, Cage, Vacation, Judgment. None of these are for her. So, Comfort. I don't know. None of those are for her. But we did get 18 of 20 for Natsuki, which I think is good. It's still really good. Did the best we could. Alright, going the Natsuki route. Sayori. Yuri. And now, just Monica. So now they're fighting about, oh, my poem's better. No, my poem's better. Oh, I got better feedback. So we protected Yuri last time. Now we're protecting Natsuki. Because Natsuki needs that protection since her father, well, abandons her. Sweet is Sayori. Sayori. Sunny. I know there's something sun related with Natsuki and it's summer. So that doesn't work. Alright. Strawberry. Giggle. Jumpy. Email. Similar to electricity with Yuri. I don't know what it is with the E words. But why does Yuri get connected with electricity? And why does Natsuki get connected with dial-up, AOL, Instant Messenger, email? I don't know. Clouds, Nibble. Melody is them, right? I know Dazzle is them. I know Games are them. Yeah, Melody's them. Sticky. Doki Doki again. Kitty. Lipstick. Valentine. Kawaii. Poof. Cheeks. Rainbow is Sayori. Feather is also Sayori. Man. Oh, cute is Natsuki. Even though she hates being called that. And anything related to her hates being called cute. Ribbon. Marshmallow. Nice. Was that a perfect run? I think that was a perfect run. 20 for 20. Nice. Alright. Great. Alright, one more time. For Natsuki. That is not an awkward position and photo whatsoever. And not creepy in the slightest. But once again, I need to remind you for the, like, who knows how many times I've said this on stream, that they're all 18. So it's not that weird, only kind of weird. I would walk home with Natsuki. One final time. Shiny, I think, is her. Right? Because definitely not, that's definitely not Yuri. Yep. Ribbon. Parfait. Pout? Yeah. Poof. Twirl. Lollipop. Kitty, swimsuit, skirt, jump, or shop. I know shopping is them. I know jumpy or jumping is Natsuki. I don't know what jump is. Sticky, kawaii, kiss, giggle. Jumpy, I know, is her. Oh, so I guess jump is also would have worked. But we got it still. Fluffy, Doki Doki. Any chance we get, we're gonna do that one. Skipping, bunny. Perfect, 2020, right? I think that was 2 rounds, we got 20 out of that. So perfect. All right, so now we can skip the game as normal. No more times, we don't have to go back, in time for another route. We just play the game as normal, watch Sayori get hanged, and then watch the game be glitchy, watch just Monica take over everything. That's all that matters now. So if we did that right, the game should give us the good ending. Natsuki. That's, I think, the final, it's one of the final choices we have to make. The only thing we have to make left is saying, be my dearest friend, and then that's it. Now, the game is over as far as the run goes, the good ending. Because now it doesn't matter what we do with this run. If we do poems for a certain character, go a certain route, we try to woo Natsuki or ignore Yuri, or we woo Yuri and ignore Natsuki, now it doesn't matter. Always be my dearest friend. So now, whatever happens in this game doesn't matter. That affects to get the good ending or not. It's over. Alright. I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's a new one. You left her hanging. Yep, there you go. Oh, you left her hanging this morning. How could you? Cole, how dare you? You should really take more care of herself. Monica. But now the real game begins. We did all 3. We did all 3 before she hanged herself. Even though, if you ever listen to Monica's dialogue and then just Monica ending where she talks for like 40 minutes with just you and her, you learn some pretty messed up stuff about Sayori being hanged and everything. Like, for instance, not to be too graphic because the game talks about it, but apparently Sayori hung the noose on the ceiling to, hang herself like normal, but apparently, according to Monica, she made the noose too loose, so instead of making a quick, simple, painless death of being hanged, she made it too loose, so she struggled, made it painful. And not only that, but as she was being hanged, she started to regret, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, so her struggling, trying to get out, caused the noose to get tighter, which caused her to get hanged and die. It's messed up. The more you learn about it, when you learn that context, it's really messed up. But that's just what this game is. Hey Monica, stop the glitching. But yeah, you would not think this is a horror game with these glitches, playing at like 1000% speed, but in this moment, right? What I'm trying to say is, you would not think this is a horror game, playing this at 1000% speed, just rolling through it. But playing it normally, taking your time, actually reading the dialogue, it gets very awkward, very uncomfortable, and very uneasy. You know, like the special poem, we like to read it. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And what makes this even more messed up, if we're talking about Sarah being hanged, is in the files, if I go back and look in the files for this game, there is an image file with happy thoughts, and it's an image of Sayori's head being hanged, and there's blood all over the picture. The name of that file is Happy Thoughts. Alright, but this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we choose for this because, like I said, the only time the poem minigame matters is when we're going through the 9 poems before Sarah gets hanged. But now that she's hanged, the game's being glitchy, it doesn't matter as far as the good ending goes. So we can just roll through it. We're just speed running the scary, glitchy part of this game because it doesn't matter. Natsuki, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, doesn't really matter. Yuri, you probably love it because you're obsessive with me. And then Monica, you definitely love it because, well, you're just Monica. They have their fight. Natsuki, Yuri, Natsuki, Yuri, Natsuki, Yuri, Natsuki, Yuri, Monica. There you go. And we go again. Giggle, misery, determination, contamination. Alright, skip again. Another day. They apologize. Natsuki doesn't remember because her memory was wiped or whatever Monica did to her. Yuri wants to raid. Monica warns me not to spend so much time with her because, well, Yuri cuts herself because of a sexual thing. Hi, Monica. Please help me. No, I'm good. Skip. Hi, Yuri. You've unlocked a special poem. Hello, Monica. Great special poem. Great. Skip. I mean, there's nothing to read. I don't know if... Oh, hello. I popped out. But I don't know if, you know, something showed up for text-wise. If I waited there for a second. And if you saw in the bottom, Maka's head sprite kept appearing because of certain words I was choosing, which is random. Maka's starting to learn what's going on. I want to say it's the final day of this. Hello, Yuri, with your more humanoid eyes. I want to say this is the final day of this when Yuri stabs herself, or is it the next day? I think it might be the next day she stabs herself. I don't know, but it's coming up. Time to share poems. Yep, give it to Natsuki. Probably hate me. Just Monica? Oh, just Monica. Just Monica. Team Salvato. Serenity Forge. Just Monica. Who should I share my poem to? Just Monica. Hello, Just Monica. Yuri. Bye. No. We got this secret poem, and it is Nothing is Real. But, like I've said in my stream when we were doing the original playthrough of this game, when we were actually reading the dialogue and seeing what's going on the first few episodes of this game, I brought up that if you take this poem and you put it in Photoshop and you crank the brightness all the way up, these black lines get removed and there's actual text hidden. And it's like a 4 or 5 paragraph essay talking about Project Markov and Libitina, you know, opening your third eye and being all religious and stuff. But right now it just says nothing is real until we brighten up the image. Monica. Yes or no? This is when she stabs herself. And it doesn't matter if I say yes, it doesn't matter if I say no. No matter what I say, they stab themselves. So let's say yes. And there you go. I don't know why they are oozing black blood, but sure. Oh, there's the red blood. Alright, skip all of this. And chat, could you believe that I did not skip this my original playthrough? And said I was just skipping line by line because I was wondering how long this black-white text glitch text would be, and then it'll be the actual text I can read, part of the story. But no, apparently you see her dead body. You're just hanging out here for like 3 days. You're just in the school with Yuri's dead body for 3 days, and no one comes by. No one notices you're gone. No one notices, no janitors come by and see the student's dead body. Nothing. Alright, festival time. And Natsuki runs off. You don't ever see Natsuki die. You just see Natsuki get deleted. So that's her death moment. Cole, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend? Yes, I was. Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Deleting Yuri, and then chat's camera's blocking it, but it says deleted Natsuki. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Maka lifts the foil from Natsuki's tray and takes the cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since the last time I'll ever get the chance to. Before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Alright, so now that everyone's deleted, it's just Monica, and now we're in the weird room where we see space and the windows. Can you hear me? Is it working? There we go. Seriously, what is that background? You can't tell me that does not look like space. There you are. Hi again. Hi. Long time no see, Monica. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game? Whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Cole. Or do you actually go by my PSN name or something? Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or girl. Think I'm a boy. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? So that's one of the things where it really benefits you if you name your character in this game like your IRL name or something like that, instead of something like, Huge Ass or whatever, H-U-G-A-H space J-A-S-S. So when you say it says Huge Ass, right, and you go kind of a funny name, it benefits having your real name there because it's even creepier. You do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, Well, anyway, now that that's out the way, I guess I'll give you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? I mean, not really. Been streaming for 40 minutes. Once again, it helps having Matt's speed skipping through the story. Because, yeah, in real time, it would have been a while because, once again, this game in totality is like 10, 11 hours long, and Sayori dies in the first, 3. So you're playing 7 hours of a very weird, glitchy game. So, yeah, kind of do forget about Sayori after 7 hours. In real time, if you're actually playing this real and you're not skipping everything. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping that it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, and since I'm not very good at making changes to the game, but no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them all fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got time to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? Yeah. It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. No, my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world. Forever out of my reach. I'm trapped. But now, you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You're truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Will you go out with me? And I can only choose yes. I'm so happy. You really are my everything. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. Just Monica. We can be together forever. Seriously. I don't even think that time has passed anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was just to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could just delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. So, that's the thing though. Is it the good ending, the one we're going for where, you know, we get the secrets, or is it Monica's version of good ending where it's just, you know, me and her, just Monica? Is it her version of a good ending? Because we're going for the actual good ending. We won't know until some things happen later on. We'll see. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Alright, so similar to the Act 2, it doesn't matter what we pick because it's all just Monica. Alright. Of course, obviously they're going to love the poem because, well, it's just their name 20 times over. Hi again. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flicker of pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Because you stay here until you delete her. And she can talk for like 45 minutes in real time if you allow her. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into full detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything else, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together? I have so many things to talk about. Once again, they can talk for like 45 minutes if you don't stop it. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. So I can't skip, I can't do anything until they start talking again. But obviously we've seen all this before when we played the original game in our original playthrough, just playing the game like normal, choosing what how we wanted to play as. I think we went the Yuri route in our original playthrough. We're actually going to start talking. And we won't be sitting here for 40 minutes, by the way. We won't, so don't worry about that. I'll just see what you start talking about, and if it's interesting, I'll read it. And if not, well, we'll just delete her and just see if we got the good ending. Are you going to talk at some point? There you go. I wonder if I'll be able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, you know? Like a gentle piano, because they played piano. There has to be something like that here. I wonder if the music can change since he's talking about it. That would be crazy. If she's able to change the music here in the game because she's talking about it. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh, geez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry. I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff. And deleted the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. Music didn't change. That would have been freaky, though. Imagine she was able to change the music. That would have been crazy. But no, she didn't change the music. That would have been crazy. Man, I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of wish she was able to change the music to something. That would have been crazy. Right, because they're not about the fourth wall breaking. I mean, changing the music to what she wants as like the Time Lord in the game. That would be some freaky stuff. But, unfortunately not. The only time we get to hear her piano is in the end credits of the game. Hey, do you like horror? Why, is this because it's a horror game? I remember we talked a little bit when we first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. A problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. You mean like cheap jump scares? Like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. Story and writing needs to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Kind of like this game, right? Because it starts off as a normal dating sim where you're trying to write poems to woo someone over, but then things start to get weird, and you start thinking about things with Monica. Like, Monica starts to know something, right? Monica knows a lot more than she lets on. Kind of like that. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story's going to be about, and then you start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's kind of horror I can really appreciate. Kind of like this game. But I guess the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Kind of like this game! Don't worry, I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Right? That's pretty fourth wall breaking. Playing romance games, romance novels, well that's what this is. Then it turns into something that's unexpected and weird and a bit of a horror-based game, which is also this. But it doesn't rely on cheap tactics like jump scares. It's stuff that makes you feel unsettled, which that's what this game is. I know we're going to delete her at some point. I'm very curious of what she says now, because this is all interesting. I was wondering if she's going to break the fourth wall by changing the music, and now we're talking about, oh, this is what a romance game, but also a horror game. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me. So it will change at some point. It just depends on if I still think the chat is interesting with her, or just to get to something where I don't even know what it's talking about, so let's just delete her and move on. I can't imagine having to be able to keep my mentally unstable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would just delete myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you're forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Well, maybe you write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. But then you have nobody to read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was with Yuri? She didn't share writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confused for introverts. Being introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then when they finally go out, many introverts, they love to close friends. Kind of in between. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid. Nothing will make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Okay, well, that didn't really say much. So I might lean more towards the lean option if the very next thing she says isn't, you know, groundbreaking weird like music of the horror. Doesn't sound interesting, I'm just gonna delete it. And move on. Because once again, this can go on for 40 minutes. You know, it's just some kind of tacky romance game, right? Yeah, I mean, that was the lore of the game, was a romance dating sim game. I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? The lore, the hidden mysteries. Were you that lonely? Alright. So shot there, Monica. I feel a little bad for you. God damn. But I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I mean, excuse the subtle shots at me, yeah, sure. I got to meet you, and you're not lonely anymore. Okay? I can't help but feel this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending together. Alright, taking subtle shots, but you're also happy the way of this ending. But you're not afraid to take shots at me saying, oh, I'm lonely, but thank God Monica was in my life to help me out with that. What's next, Monica? Or am I going to delete you? Because after that, I'm leaning towards deleting you because of that shot. Well, are you going to say something? Well, I'm waiting. There you go. I'm not really I'm not really a fan of cold weather. Are you? Absolutely not. If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. Yep, totally agree. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. I mean, yeah. I mean, too hot can also be painful. But I just don't like the cold because it just gets inconvenient. Whenever you go outside, you have to bundle up and everything. It feels like, you know, your entire body is still not warm enough. And then when it gets too cold, that brings the snow and the ice. And then when there's ice everywhere, that makes it dangerous to walk around, dangerous to drive, makes everything very inconvenient. Meanwhile, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot walking around and everything, but you don't have to wear that many layers. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. It's so inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or stay in the shade. Although, I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. What? Alright. I mean, I guess, Monica. But once again, I don't know if that's the romance dating sim side of you, but you're not a real person. You're an AI. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess there is the wave of, you know, AI girlfriends in this world right now. So, I mean, I guess it all works out in the end. Habits for form habits. There's so much stuff like actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It makes me feel so useless, you can't do anything right. I think new generation suffers that the most. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Okay, I think I've said all of this before in my original playthrough, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna delete her. That was an interesting conversation though. Alright, characters, delete. Alright, let's see if we got the good ending. Back to the game. There you go. So yeah, I want to say because I remember that text in the original playthrough, so I didn't want to repeat myself. Plus, I was going on for a while. I think we are in here for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So why not? What's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Cole. Please hurry and help me. Maka does not exist. You can't go back. Help me. There we go, Monica. Trying to break out? No, you can't. Monica does not exist. Nope. You're gone. Did you do this to me? Yes, I did. Did you? Did you delete me? You're kind of boring me, Monica. Talking about habits. How could you? I mean, for someone who can talk for 45 minutes about random stuff and keep you occupied, the fact that you repeated some of the same dialogue we got last time, what are the odds of that happening? So, we had to. How could you do this to me? Well, maybe you don't repeat the same dialogue. You're all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? Yes. Because we're trying to get the good ending. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. Well, once again, technically, I didn't kill everyone. I killed the killer. I killed the person who killed everyone. I didn't do it. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Cole, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Goodbye, Monica. But game's not over yet because Monica shows up after a couple minutes because, well, they still love me. There you go. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's anti-love. I've made up my mind. Cole, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then there. She basically resets the game back to normal, but makes one change. We get the literature club back, but there's one subtle change. Maybe one less member in Doki Doki Literature Club now. So we go to a new game, like normal. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some other girls or something like that. Hey Cole, well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently, we've picked up that habit once again. Cole, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cole, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any other clubs. But something tells me Sarah would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own right now? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I start to realize that, in a way, I envy her. When Sari puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So, that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. Great friend. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. I was supposed to say guarding my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Cole? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So, you're the Cole that Sari's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoyed your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison to the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Cole, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Ooh! What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks around to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to prevent a... Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little kittens. The whiskers are drawn with ice and a little piece of chocolate you were used to make ears. So cute. Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks in a mouthful and has already managed to get ice on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Just take the cupcake and shove it in your mouth. One gulp. That's how I do it. Am I eating cupcakes around all my life? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Cole, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things, like stabbing people with my knife collection. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? Just, if I stab you to death, don't look at me weird. You were warned. I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri? Eh? Well, about, you know the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Cole wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Cole? Maybe. Sense of attention, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we all get to know each other a little bit better, you know? I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual. Now, President. Guess it means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then, as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez. You're the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding up manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up! I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Cole. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were staying in a club. But I think you're pulling off just fine. We're gonna make the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey Cole, I really want to thank you. So we got the good ending. This is the text you get for the good ending. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. The truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you. So this is the good ending. This is the text you get. There's more to the good ending that I'm going to share. But, so, in the main game, if you don't go back and play the 3-star, right? If you don't replay, let me think about my thought before I say it and open my fat mouth. If you play the game normally and you don't save the first poem minigame and then you go back in time, do one for Sayori, and then replay it again for Natsuki, then replay it again for Yuri, you just play a straight run through. This is different. instead of, talking about this dialogue right here, instead, the ending you get is, things start to get weird. The background starts to get darkened. She starts to teleport from the classroom to the space-time continuum club room where we were with Monica. And instead of it saying just Monica, it just says just Sayori, and she keeps saying we'll be together forever and ever. Because I'm now self-aware because I'm the new president. I have all the power now. So that's the real original ending, unless you do some stuff. So now we got the good ending. I want to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Cole? Because I'm present now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Literature Club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm gonna miss you, Cole. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. So that's different. Alright, but now credits. It's also different, but now we hear Monica's song, which is the same. Even if you don't get the good ending, you still hear this. I can hear you, Monica.
Hi, it's me.
Hi, Monica.
So you know how I've been practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, at all. But I wrote you a song.
Oh.
And I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
Nice. Alright, so this is also different compared to the good ending and the original ending you get if you just play through the game normally. You don't do anything special. So you still see these images in the original ending if you just play through the game normally, but you see the image for a second, but then it gets grayed out and deleted, saying no image found, or files no longer there or something like that. The file images stay there if you got the good ending. So that's another thing that's different compared to the good ending and the original ending you get if you just play through normally and you don't do anything special. But I do also wish the song you're hearing, Maka's song, I do wish that was also different if you got the good ending, but no, it's the same thing. Just a little ask. Because then it would be even cooler, is the song was different.
Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love
Just Monica.
reality?
As a special thanks, Monica, for some reason, I guess because she loaded the game back, and me.
I'll leave you be.
Made with Love by Team Salvato. And now, this is the other thing we get since we got the good ending. The other Easter egg. This. The final poem of the game. And it's not by Monica, it's by Dan Salvato, which, if you don't know, Team Salvato, Dan Salvato, the head guy, developer of this game. This is his poem. The special player who received this special ending. For years, I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they're enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. If not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. Please run reset to repair and reset the virtual machine. So we have to reset the game if we wanted to play it again. So let's quickly do that. Reset. Reset the game back to normal. So if we want to do another playthrough of it, we can. Just to get the game back to normal. Because chat, I'm trying to think, have I ever shown this? This is how you reset the game if you ever make a mistake or you're trying to do something. I think I've shown it, but if not, well, here it is. This is how you reset the game. This is what it looks like. This game's not suitable for children. This is where you get the warnings about depression. It deals with self-harm, suicide, all of that stuff. No. But we know what the game's all about, so we don't need the warning. Team Salvato. That's where the Dan Salvato comes in. This game's not suitable for those who use this word of children. I agree. Exit the desktop. Alright. So now we are back. We got DLC. That's how we go to the main menu if you want to play it again. Side stories. We did all those, including equals, files, characters back to normal, game, poem words. Great. Internal, note, insecure directory. I think we went through that already. Reset. No, we don't want reset again. Mail. I made some new headway with VM2. Don't get too excited. It's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection. But it occurred to me that I could at least run a memory dump through some pattern analysis routines to see if we can decipher any digital data from their VM. I don't want to hog all the server time on a hunch, but I have some preliminary results that indicate the presence of binary computer systems. Based on this, I'm going to schedule 3 days of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear to be binary. If successful, we'll definitely be able to find some encoded text and get our first tiny glimpse of VM2. Don't mind me though, just keep going nuts on VM1 and hopefully I'll have more to share soon. VM1. If I'm not mistaken, these emails have revealed that VM1 is either the game itself or something related to Monica. It's one of the two. Pictures. These don't mean anything. These are just cool Easter eggs. This is the first wallpaper you get when you buy the PlayStation version of this game. But we changed it to one of the like bonus wallpapers. As you can see, it's the Zoom FaceTime one. Poems. We have every single poem in this game, and the one we are missing is the Team Salvato one. So we have all the poems in the game. Go to CGs, all these pictures. These were from the main game, and these are from the side stories, DLC stuff, right? And then secrets. There's one secret poem we have remaining. This is the one I was talking about earlier, where if you brighten up the images, if you take the image and you brighten up the brightness, the black text gets revealed. And I think it's a 4-paragraph essay about open your third eye and Project Libertine and stuff. But right now it just says nothing is real. Can you hear me? Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I would assume the blacked out text is Yuri, because as we know, they're the one with the knife collection. They're the one who is into self-harm, especially in a sexual way. So I imagine that's Monica talking about Yuri. I'm supposed to be responsible, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. That's not weird, and it's not weird for me to collect that and hold on to that. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. I love you. Great. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Interesting. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow up my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. I assume that's Sayori, who was depressed. They didn't want to go to therapy. They didn't want to see professional help about it. And they kept saying, oh, I have a smile to mask my depression because I don't want to feel like a burnout. I want to feel bad for other people. And if people are helping me, it's because, well, I told them. So that's why they're helping rather than, oh, they actually care about me, which is not true. Back up for the poem minigame, we got all the backgrounds. And then this is like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff of the game. Then promo material. This is the wallpaper we chose. Yuri is reading books with headphones. Natsuki is very annoyed at us for looking at reading manga. Sayori has a cow stuffed animal. Great. And then Monica is she drinking tea? I don't know what she's reading. Select the word horror during the poem game. Finish all the side stories. Acquire all special poems. Interesting. It's all behind the scenes stuff. That's what Mako was supposed to look like, but then they changed it. Which, let's face it, it probably looks better what it is now. Not to be mean. Music. All the music. If we play this. Obviously, this is the piano of Monica. Because it's the piano version, but this is the credits version. Right? Because this isn't the piano version, this is the normal version, so we should hear Monica. Maybe. Yes. Right? I hope I'm not crazy. I don't know. And obviously, we hear this song all the time because you just hear this going to the main menu. That's when you open the game, when you go into the poem mini game, sharing poems, choosing who to play with for a date. When you have issues, which that happens a lot, things get tense. My confession is when Sayori's talking about her depression. When she gets hanged. Just Monica. Oh, okay. Okay. So, Starlight Peppermint, these are songs that played in the Side Plus DLC side story stuff. Okay. Okay. Wait, playlist? Wait. Wait, can I see playlist? Playlist. Oh. Wait, can we add songs to a playlist? Yeah. Huh. Okay. I'd imagine there is some secret where, oh, if you add this song to a playlist, something happens. Or if you play this song at a certain time second, something happens. I imagine there is some Easter egg. Which, if so, that is very convoluted and something that you wouldn't be able to get without having some walkthrough next to you. But that being said, I think this is the end of Doki Doki Literature Club for me, stream wise, because there is nothing left for me, as Sarah was saying in the good ending for the game. There is nothing left for me, because let's think about it. We had a couple streams of playing the original playthrough of this game, playing on my own, making the choices, making the poems that I want to make for my own story, right? We had that playthrough. And then we did the side stories, which is, its own thing that takes place before the events of the, main game take place. We did that. And then we just got the good ending, which is the one and only other ending in this game. So there really is nothing more for us to do. I mean, we have 94% of data collected. I think there is that one secret poem. Yeah, we have one secret poem that we're missing. That I don't know how we can get that, but I mean, that's it. As far as endings go, game goes, there isn't much left for me to do streaming wise on this game. So I think this is in totality the end of Doki Doki Literature Club for me, unless more DLC comes out or a sequel game comes out. But as far as Doki Doki Literature Club goes, I think this is the end of the series, stream-wise, for me. And I just want to say a few final thoughts. I really enjoyed this game. This game was really fun to stream. It was really fun to see this game go from a anime waifu dating sim game that you don't take seriously, you don't expect where this is going, to a very tense, horrifying, and a game that throws you in for a loop and you don't know what has happened, but you just feel uneasy of, okay, there's something else going on here, and you want to figure it out. And the more you play, and the more you deep, the more you dig, the more you deep, right? Can't say it. the more you dig, the deeper you get when it comes to the story and the hidden lore, which is what I wanted to say. For some reason, I couldn't say it. But I really enjoyed this game. This game was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed not only this episode, but this series. And it's definitely going to be one of those series that I remember fondly and just be like, you know what? That was a fun series. I had a good time with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace. And once again, I want to make it very clear, once again, this is the end of Doki Doki Literature Club for me, unless a sequel game or something comes out. So Doki Doki Literature Club is it for me. So just Monica.